The first minute is the most uncomfortable minute.
Yeah. You can't even breathe. Yeah, you got to control your breathing. Yep.
I turn around. The back of this little part right here, when the cold water hits you right behind the ears and the neck area.
Yeah.
That wakes you up, man. It brings that connection back to get you grounded. Like, you're human, bro.
Yeah.
You shit together. That's not before, like when I got out of the shower.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need a cold shower. I turned it off.
Yeah.
I grabbed the towel. Fuck are you doing? Oh, and I turned the water back to cold and I got in there for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't ever let yourself talk. I'm not gonna let myself talk myself out of what I know I need to do. Right. The minute I get that feeling or that thought in my head, is like, you don't need it, that's how I do. Because I'm telling myself I don't. That literally means I do need it.
Yeah.
You know? So that's one of my non-negotiables, the cold shower.
Welcome to another Limitless CEO Podcast. Today we have Allroads Overhead Garage Doors, Jonathan Solis, that I met in IE Mastermind. He's a great guy. He has a lot of potential. He's up and coming, man. Watch out.
Let's go.
So,
thank you for being here, brother. Thank you for having me. A pleasure and an honor, honestly, man. To meet another Jonathan that's doing what I want to do, man, you know, it's definitely admiring.
Yeah, 100%. So tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do. Introduce yourself.
So my name is Jonathan Solis. I am the CEO of Allroads Garage Doors. I ran the business since November 2018 when I turned 30. That was my birthday, November 2018. I got 5 years last November, but only 1 year of experience because my story with learning and growing and getting better just started in 2022.
Wow.
So, you know, it's December 23rd, 2022 is when I started to make the changes. Right. And that was the push that I needed to get us to what we are today, or at least in a better position.
So what made you start this company?
I made myself unhireable, bro. I made myself unhireable. Smoking weed, I couldn't get a good job, right? Because a lot of people will do tests. I couldn't get a government driving job because they do tests. Any big job or any big company that will pay well did drug test, and I wasn't going to pass that. I never liked nobody telling me what to do. That was the other big thing, right? Yeah. If I work for your company, if I was here working for Just Right Painting, I'm gonna treat it like my company and make sure that your clientele is coming back. I'm gonna treat it like it's mine. Yeah. Right. That was always my my thing. If I'm whoever I was working for, whether it was an auto mechanic in 2016, a plumbing job in 2018, working as a server back in 2013, you know, I treated it like it was my business. Right. So I got to a point where I realized, like, why am I working for people who don't appreciate it? So at the end of the day, I just didn't want to be told what to do because I was working for you, making sure that your company was doing good because that was my livelihood too. So if you're doing good, that means I'll be doing good, right? Yeah. But not getting appreciated and push me to be like, stick the middle finger and be like, you know, I'm out of here. Yeah. I'm out of here. So I made myself unhireable. I made myself not basically bump heads with every boss that I had, right? Yeah. I mean, I didn't totally burn the bridge, but I pretty much just tell you know, I'm out, bro. This is not for me. And then the last thing was I was tired of just being stuck in the same tradition, the same cycle. It was time for someone to break that. And I tell this to my wife at the time. I was like, I'm the one that's going to make your mom retire. I'm the one that's going to make my family retire. We're going to be the ones. We're going to be those uncles. Right. Because in our family, man, it's a fucking chaotic family. You know? Yeah. So I'm going to be, that's one of my things was I need to do something better than a 9-to-5 because with a 9-to-5, I could really provide for myself. I cannot provide with the people behind me. So what were you doing before? Like before Allroads? So here's a little background on Allroads, okay? I started doing, that was my summer school. Yeah. Literally 2013. When I was 13, I wasn't that great at school. Yeah. But tests and stuff, I was just messing up. So I would have to go to summer school. Yeah. Summer school was not for me, man. My dad said... What was your favorite subject? My favorite, believe it or not, it was math. Yeah, when I was here in San Pedro, the teacher would give us in fourth grade, I remember she was Miss Allen. That's her name. She would give us speed test for math. And I was always the first one. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Give them out. You know, like 5 little easy stuff, plus minus, multiplication. But I would be the first one to give them out. Yeah. And to me, numbers have always been fascinating. I never pay attention to the numbers, how I'm paying to numbers now, right? So now it's a different game. You're like a human calculator. Yeah. Well, I wish, man. But now I got lazy. Now we use a phone, right? But I do like the numbers. I do like paying attention to the flow and the changes. Yeah. Right now, like having a business like KPIs and making sure that our metrics are at least in place, which is something that I'm learning too. But summer school was literally going to work with my dad. Me decía, si no vas a ir a chingar a la escuela, te vas a venir a chingar conmigo. Pero aquí no te vas a quedar a chingarle a tu mamá.
Yeah.
So he would take me to work, man, and he treated me like a son, man. So it was never like I want to be here and get yelled at work and then go back home and get yelled at home. It's like my breakfast was yelling, my dinner was yelling, my lunch was yelling, wake up yelling, go to sleep yelling, go to school yelling.
Yeah.
And it was like, fuck, man. So once I figured out that I could start doing stuff on my own, or at least go find work, I started working at my first real job in the U.S. was working at Little Caesars.
Oh,
yeah.
Sales?
Pretty much, man. In 5 months, and it was easy cake, man, because not everybody had the drive, right?
Yeah. Where was this? Was this back in LA?
Yeah, no, it was in San Francisco. Well, Richmond. To be more precise. In 3-4 months, I talked to the main manager, and I was like, I want to be a manager. Like, what does it take, or an assistant? Like, well, you need to learn this, you need to learn that, you need to do this. And I was like, all right, pick off the list. Hey, here it is. Well, do you know the price? Here goes your price. Just ask me anything, So we'll figure out how to get up there. And that was literally my start of a first job in America, right?
Yeah.
But before that, of course, working with my dad, que vamos a limpiar, que ayudarle al amigo. Like, I've always been a hard worker since I was little.
I mean, you look so active, so proactive. So
yeah, that's what he said. You came move around. I was like, God damn, I really just got to put my feet away. But yeah, man, the energy. It's always been there.
Yeah.
It's just not focusing it on the right area, which is the business.
Right.
And now, freaking 2017, I was working as a plumber. I was making almost $50 an hour. It was good money.
Yeah.
And I was only paying $600 rent.
Yeah.
So it was like, dude, one day I got my whole rent paid almost,
Yeah, no, $50 an hour is a lot of money, yeah. For $100 a day.
No kid, no family, nothing, no wife, right? So it was good money, but the money wasn't money is an end goal, but now more mature, I guess I want to say money is not the end goal, time is. So I'm trying to buy my time back now.
Right.
Right, because all the people that we met, like yourself, people higher end individuals, they don't value money, they value the time. And that was one big lesson that I'm learning. I was like, yeah, dude, if I have more time, I have more money, because then I'll be able to focus on money making activities, not just focus on making the money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 2018 was when I said, 2017 is the first time I realized, like, you have an ability to take your family out of the current position that they are. And all came from changing the springs on a client's home that we were doing the plumbing.
Yeah.
Like, you know anybody that could do this? I was like, I can do it.
Yeah.
Right? And I went and did it. I did all backwards at that.
Yeah.
Right. But it kind of just
That's how you learn. Yeah.
I kind of kicked. I was like, dude, this is not how you do this, how you do it. So I went and did the job. I think it was like almost $600 and not even an hour.
Yeah.
The spring. And I'm like,
so how long did you work for the plumbing company?
4 years.
4 years?
Mm-hmm.
Was this with your dad, family related?
Friends.
Okay.
Even to now, I talk to him like, dude, if I ever get a slow down, I'm gonna hit you up. That's a $400 a day. It's like, at least it'll help me break even for the bills.
Yeah.
But yeah, it started plumbing. 2016, I started to work for a company for $17.
Yeah.
And I got fired because I fell asleep in una viga, and I was like sick, and I took a freaking I didn't notice, but I had taken a one of those nighttime medicines.
Yeah.
So it literally knocked me out.
Was it like NyQuil?
Yeah, like a NyQuil. And I fucking took it, and I just fucking, the post, and I fucking stay there. And the foreman came by, and he's like, Johnny, you good? Johnny, be good? And I was like, yeah, man, sorry, I just took a fucking pill, and like it knocked me out.
I just took a 3-hour nap.
No, seriously, dude. I think I was up for like a good 30 minutes just leaning on the fucking big guy, and they came got me, and they went back and told the dude, like, oh yeah, dude, this guy's getting drugged up. He's doing something, because like some days he comes like, oh, hyped up. Some other days he comes like down. I'm like, no shit, man. Yeah, guys are waking. I gotta wake up at 4:30 in the morning to go to work, and I'm sleeping at 1 o'clock at night. Like, I'm not, young, not caring about the whole sleep. So it's not like I was on drugs. And then they did the drug test, and they fired me for coke in the system. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking about, man? Like the last time, like the time that I did coke was super long time ago, and it's not my drug. Like, I don't do this shit.
Yeah.
I was like, if you want to fire me, bro, just tell me walk away. I don't got no problem with that.
Yeah.
And before that, the owner, instead of going straight to face like you're supposed to, like you say, hey man, this is how you fire people. Compliment them, tell them why they don't work, and then give them their qualities and let them go. Make sure that they go in the right area. Like, instead of doing that, he had someone tell me, come into the office, pick me up, and then take me home. Yeah. Which is what he had me do to fire the other guy. And I'm like, wow, bro, like, sometimes you just need a little bit of respect.
No, it's always better to be transparent and why they're not aligned with the company, with core values, and why they let you go. It's not about like just. I mean, some people can't even speak up and say what it is, you know. So
it was that was a learning experience on its own, and I was like I said, dude, I was treating this company like it was mine.
Yeah.
So when he sent me, I was like, dude, teach me how to do this. Teach me how to do these. I'm like, you're sending me with people that want me to hold a fucking hammer and a screw. I know what they are.
Yeah.
Teach me how to solder. Teach me how to run the line. Teach me how to do the plumbing. I don't care about holding the hammer. I know how to do that stuff. He's like, well, you just gotta know how they do it. And you think they're teaching me by telling them to pass them a hammer?
So what'd you do after that when they let you go?
That's when the company started.
Okay.
That's when I started putting my shit together, and I'm like, dude, we need to do something because now who's gonna hire me? I went to work with my.
So it was back in 2022.
That was in 2016.
Okay.
Early 2016, and then that first few months, that's when the whole thing happened. Where I never been fired. That was my first job I ever been fired. I usually quit.
Yeah.
To go to the next thing.
Yeah.
But I was taking the jobs for at least 4 years.
Yeah.
From the time that I started Little Caesars up to 2018, I was taking per job at least 4 years.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to learn. And eventually, like the first 6 months, then I got fired. I went to another company, and I was like, you know what? Ain't nobody gonna pay me no $16 an hour.
Yeah.
And the guy told me, he's like, well, what you know how to do? I know how to do everything. Did I? Hell no, I didn't. You already know. No sabía.
Yeah.
So I was like,
fake it until you make it.
There you go.
Yeah.
And not just fake it till you make it, but actually work to make it. Because you can fake it, but for how long?
Yeah.
Right? So I got in and I told him, I know how to solder. Yeah, I know how to run line. Yeah, I know how to do. I didn't, man. I need to do this.
You went to YouTube, start watching videos?
YouTube. I asked other people. Like, they would send me to the store. It's like, hey, man, they're sending me to get this. I really don't know what it is, but can you help me out? Like, it's just about, I always say, you don't need to know how to do something. You just need to learn. You just need to know where to get the information.
Yeah.
If you could get the information and the how to, you could do whatever the hell you want. And now with YouTube, man, I mean, kind of hard not to learn how to do anything. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you commit and then you figure it out. That's how it is. Yeah.
And now just working on taking action, which has been the main thing from, like I said, 2022 to now, just taking action, just making it happen, starting. The hardest thing to do is just start.
Yeah.
And that's been one of the biggest lessons, just start.
Yeah, no, I agree. A lot of people like sit on all the information. They're reading books. They're going to mentorships, and they don't take action.
Correct.
It's all about the taking action.
Mm-hmm.
But how is it like growing like Jonathan Solis, like from the beginnings, like in high school, middle school?
Dude, I'm gonna take you back to the real beginning, man, which is right across the street from you.
Yeah,
right here. In,
I know you mentioned San Pedro, and I'm like,
dude, I went to
like...
San Pedro Middle School out here, which is probably like 4 miles away, 10 minutes away. You know, everybody was at school. I came to LA when I was 9. I came and did my 10th birthday out here in LA. And when I was out here, while everybody was at school, me and my mom had to come like literally to the alley, man, con un carrito.
Yeah.
You know, like the little grocery baskets with the wheels.
Yeah. Those black ones, yeah.
Yeah, packed to the ass with lunches, all the way to the top, brother. All the way to the top. And I remember me and my mom coming out here because they were getting paid like 5-something, probably like 5-something at a costurera.
Yeah.
And so me and my mom would come out. She's like, we'll make more money just selling the lunches. And she makes some bomb ass food, man. She has a catering company now, right? That she's trying to build up too. So we would come, and I kid you not, in less than an hour, less than 2 hours, we'll walk every shop. Hey, no quieren torta. Hey, no quieren torta. Yeah. We wouldn't even pass by. Just no, we would be like, hey, quieren torta. Yo traigo lunches de jamón, lunches de chorizo. Like, what do you want? Sometimes my mom will fucking make pre-orders, right? So she will already have the stuff sold before we even came. So sometimes in an hour we'll be out. And I remember those humble beginnings, man. There's this little toy with I'm pretty sure you've seen it because we're about the same age. It has a screen with a little cart and a little wheel.
Yeah.
I always tell my mom, Mama, I want one of those. Mama, me compra uno.
Yeah.
See me like later. But at the time, I didn't understand the money situation.
Yeah.
I understand why we were struggling. I just didn't understand.
Yeah. You just wanted that toy.
I wanted that toy, man. And so that toy itself has become kind of like one of those motivators, bro, that is like, oh yeah, you can get a little toy car, a little toy that has a little car to drive, but you're gonna fucking have that car. Bro.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna be driving. So it became one of those motivators that I don't want to be in that situation where I can afford a $10 thing.
Yeah.
That situation where I just it was hard to see because, or not see, but not to understand because like while everybody was at school, I was literally out here hustling with my mom and thinking that we couldn't afford a $10.
How old were you back then?
9. So everybody was like, I started school late at that, you know?
Yeah.
So I had to wait till the following year to go in. But just being out here, man, while everybody's at school and not being able to afford something and seeing where we started was like, right. Like I came over here and I told my wife, like, look, I'm freaking shaking. Like my hands were shaking. Because just seeing where we started, man, like I said, I'm learning way more from meeting people about myself than the people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where I started. We moved to San Francisco in 2010, right after the New Year. 2000 after the New Year. And then we've been in the San Francisco Bay Area since then. We went, well, for myself, it was always my dad doing all the work, right? My mom working as well. But nunca nos faltó nada.
Yeah.
At least till 2008 when my family lost the house. But we never, ever, ever needed anything. It's just the struggle is the part that is making me who I am today. I cannot sit down and just watch a game. I cannot sit down and watch TV.
Right.
In the back of my head, I just have my parents, my wife's family. Like, they're not set up. We're not set up. We're not set up. They're not set up. What the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck up. Get the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's been the beginning of coming out here and processing all of my life. Honestly, had just been processed last year.
Yeah.
Because before that, I did not care. I'm making the money I need to do, pay my bills, but the mentality changed. So now it's okay, fucker, you got to pay your bills. And
Yeah.
what about the family? What about the people that got you here?
Mm-hmm.
You think you got here by yourself? The opportunity that was given to me to come to the United States to be able to do what I need to do. It's like, God has me here for a reason, man. I got stabbed. I've been in the middle of shootings. I wasn't in the shit, but I was with people that were, you know.
How's that like?
It built character, man. It built that grit.
Yeah.
Like, if I didn't get got, if I didn't get shot, if I got stabbed and I'm still here, if I almost cut my foot off and I'm still here, like, I'm walking, like,
yeah, I'm grateful. Yeah.
Who's to stop me by myself?
Here. Yeah.
You know, like, I'm just tired, man, of living that life that I know is not meant for us. I know there's a life that's meant for us.
Yeah.
And I want to work for that. At the end of the day, as a man, as a provider, I want to make sure that my wife doesn't have to pay anything, making sure that I'm handling it all.
Yeah.
And I don't want anyone to be like, feel that stress. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to just give anything, man. I just want to make sure that my family's good.
Yeah.
Making sure that they don't have to worry about anything. You know, making sure that they're actually going to enjoy their time. Because at the end of the day, man, I'm still young. We're still going.
Yeah.
There's still enough time for us. We just got to move fast.
We're just getting started. Yeah.
There you go.
100%. Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's where we started out here in LA, moving up to San Francisco, working just about every single job I could think of, from gardening, roofing, flooring, everything, man. Auto mechanic, was even an auto mechanic tech for 4 years. So, you know, like, I did jack of all trades semester of none.
Yeah.
But now became the master of one.
Yeah.
Which is my garage.
So what got you into the garage?
My father.
Yeah.
He started doing that since early 90s.
Oh.
So when we went back to up north, he started doing work with one of our cousins, which he already worked in a company. And little by little, man, he just dragged me into it. Yeah. Never wanted to, like I said, I never wanted to be with him, man, because God, dude, it was just getting yelled at all day. But now we have a way better relationship as a father and son.
So you guys are partnering on the business? I
want to say yes, because he's the one that has all the knowledge for a lot of things, and till this day, he still helps me. He still shows me. I'm still learning from the guy.
Yeah.
You know? So I know how to do the work, of course, but there's things that he knows that I don't, and I just want to soak all that stuff. Just like when he takes me, you know, same thing, he learns from me.
Yeah.
So I want to say he's my partner, because without him, I mean, I guess I wouldn't even have a name.
Yeah.
The motivation of having my father there and not being able to help him out and seeing him just bust balls all day, like.
Yeah. And how's it like working with him? Because I can't, like me and my son, like, we can't work together that much. I mean, he's a great guy, and he likes to work on the field, not next to me. So
yeah, no, same thing, man. It's like, if I could just have my dad do another door and me do another door, I definitely would. But now, like I said, he's doing a job. I had a conversation with him last night, man, and I called him, and we had a little hiccup.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, man, like, this all types of fucked up. Like, está mareado el puto. Ojalá, espera, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Espérame, relax. Like, throw it my way, but let's see what happens."
Yeah.
He goes, so the door, I don't know how, but I messed up. We could have gotten, a size small, or we could make it a size bigger, but these people send the section in the wrong place. Like, it was just a whole bunch of crap. I was like, look, grab one of the doors, build one door, close it up. The other door, build it up, go pick up the 2 panels from the house and put them up. I'll talk to the customer. So my dad is pretty good at, easing down the customers before I even get to them as well.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things. So when I called the customer, I was like, "Hey, Rick, so this is what's going on, and this is my solution. Thank you for your patience." It went smooth.
Yeah.
Right. So before, it would have been like a whole chaotic thing, because my dad would have been yelling at me. My dad would have been on top of my, like, "What the fuck are you it would have been my fault.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, as a business owner, I'll take it because it is my fault. I should have made sure that everything was okay, right? It's nobody else's fault either way. At the end of the day, they're gonna come and look for me.
Yeah.
So I just had to strap myself, man. Amarrarme los huevillos y enfrentar los problemas.
Yeah, I mean that's why I tell customer, you know what? If we do something, we provide value, and if we need to eat it, we eat it with enthusiasm. It doesn't matter what it is. We'll take care of it, even if you lose money. I mean,
which is probably going to be the case on this project, honestly. But at the end of the day, it's a good customer. You know, he already gave us a deposit. We already got paid the material. My dad is going to get his money. At the end of the day, man, if I am able to pay at least the insurance for the month with whatever's left, you know,
I mean, as long as you break even, you're gonna have a repeat customers and maybe referrals.
That's more important than anything. That's way more important to me than anything. Customer service, making sure that my customers happy because without customers, how do we have a company?
Yeah.
So that's literally my main focus right now: customer service.
So what's your role and your dad's role?
So that's part of my homework going back.
Yeah.
Showing them the mission statement, showing them the core values of the company. I'm gonna work on the mission statement, make it a little shorter, but making sure that we're on the same page. Like I said, I had a conversation with him last night, and he's getting the hang of, hey, I need to be out on the field, talking to people, not working in the company, working on it. And he's barely getting the hang of it, right? So my support system there has gotten so much better because he's starting to understand. Because he's a very smart man, brother.
Yeah.
Like he's all the stuff he tells me now is literally stuff I would hear from you, stuff I would hear from Albert.
Yeah.
And he knows, he's like, if I would have been a different man, I would have made some big. I was like, the stuff that you tell me is the same thing I hear from my mentors. The difference, and he said, is like, the only thing I didn't do was take action. He literally said that.
Yeah.
And it just like, and that was last night, brother. And I'm like,
and I won't be surprised because like a lot, like I tell my son the same thing, but when he listens from someone else, it's more powerful than your dad, even if you know it's true, and even if you're taking action. And
you know what that I attribute that to?
Yeah.
I don't want to belittle my dad because he's a strong man. He's a very, I want to say a successful man because he had to change some of his ways to do better now, right?
Yeah.
So I want to say the one thing I want to say that probably held my father back was fear and habits.
Mm-hmm.
But if he didn't have the fear to actually push through, because I heard some stories that I thought my dad was never scared, and he's, like I said, we're getting building a better relationship now, and hearing like his stories now, right? So if he didn't have the fear to push through and say, you know what, we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
If he didn't have if he had the strength and to take action and do stuff, he would have been a great business owner, a great CEO. He would have been that guy up there, brother, you know?
Yeah.
So if the stuff that I get from you, the stuff that I get from Albert has literally been the stuff that my dad has told me. But the only reason probably it didn't hit home, like you said, with your son, at least from my side, is that I didn't see the success, right? I saw just the struggle. But then hearing it like from you guys, I see the success, I see the cars, I see the family, like I see stuff falling into place. It hits different.
Yeah.
And then like I told you earlier, even the stuff that you said about core values and mission statement, have I heard it before? Yeah. But this time it hit different.
Yeah.
It's it's just the delivery and the people or the person you're hearing from makes a difference in, how you actually process it and do something with that information. So had my dad not had the fear, man, had my dad actually just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just start.
Yeah.
It would have definitely.
It's because it's not easy. Like business is a long game. Like there's going to be a lot of struggles and a lot of problems, but you just have to keep going, keep pushing, taking action. And like I was telling you, like hiring people, the right people, and like the mission statement, that's really important, including the company core values. And a lot of people don't even think about it. They just keep going, and they don't stop. They don't stop and reset and be like, okay, how can I do better?
And right now that you said that, man, it's crazy because when I was hearing you speak at the IE Master, it's IE, right?
IE Mastermind.
Excuse me. At the IE Mastermind group, I told my wife, I was like, remember when I started my journey with Albert back in 2022? It was like, I remember that push, like that got us to where we are today.
Yeah,
I got that fucking push that day.
Yeah.
I was like, something's about it. Like I already know I came over here not knowing what the hell I'm doing, dude. Like, I'm trying to figure it out still, right?
Yeah.
So now it's like I came over here, I got that push, that freaking that breath of this is what you gotta do next. Now, let's go. Time to get up and go.
Yep.
So now I have my to-do list. I have stuff to do. I got my stuff down. Like I said, I got stuck in the bathroom for 3 hours, brother, and I was able to build my stuff down, man.
Man, you got it. You have all this energy. I feel like you're fucking pumped up and just going left and right. Just do your priority list, your mission statement, your core values. Come home and start implementing.
Hey, man, I already wrote down my non-negotiables.
How many employees do you have?
On paper, none. I'm trying to work to get, like I said, one guy at least on paper, on payroll, and then work to try and get another person on payroll for the assistant. Yeah. She's a very smart woman, brother.
Yeah.
She could definitely help me a lot in the office part. She could work her way around all this stuff.
I can tell you, like, if you don't have your wife aligned, then you can't move forward. It's always going to be resistance. Like my wife, she's all into me. Like she helps me out with the businesses, help me out with the finance sometimes, and she supports me. Like having a wife and a family that understand what you're doing and you're on the same page. That's all it takes.
I'm trying.
Because if you have a wife that is like you go to work and then you wanna like save some money and do more income to buy properties or the business or the mentorships, and then they're spending the money. They want to travel. They want a good cheap purchase. At the beginning, you gotta just save money and reinvest it in yourself.
Yeah, that's
personal growth.
That's what I've been doing.
And if you don't do that and you don't have a wife that supports you, then
that's what I've been doing. It's in a way. I want to think of it as it's a little selfish, but the end goal is way bigger than just investing back everything on myself. Because like I said, at the end of the day, I'm doing it for everybody that's behind me, everybody that's next to me. Family.
Well, yourself and your family, and making sure everybody understands where you're going, right? Your family, your kids, or whoever. And just go the same direction. Delay gratification. It's not instant, it takes time. It's like working out.
Aggressively patient right now, brother. Aggressively patient. Yep. Going after all, just patiently waiting for
just keep going, stacking up those little wins, stacking up. All of us, like you said, like you got that big ass check and you're like, you celebrated it for like 30 seconds, okay, in your pocket.
Yeah, I teared up too. I was like, this is a fucking big ass check.
Yeah.
And then I go home and I show my mom and she's like, hijo, my son no es nada. Just put it back. Like, ¿cómo que no es nada?
Vámonos por el carro del año.
Pretty much, right? I was like, that's nothing, man.
Yeah.
And I remember that feeling of like, this is nothing. Like, what did I even celebrate those 30 seconds, bro? Like, yes, accomplishments, but why? Yeah. If I could get this $30,000 contract, like, what can I get at 60, 90, 100?
But I like how you said, like, you were at 700,000, but now you're at $1 million, and then now you can break it down to the per weekly. And then you're going to $4,000 a day, and you have a 67 closing rate. That's awesome, bro.
So let me correct that one. So the goal was 700, right? Yeah. I hit 300.
Okay.
But being able to go from 2022 140K or 160K, they say, to breaking over 300K this year, like
in 1 year.
In 1 year,
that's a big accomplishment.
Yeah. So
like my first year, I only did 100,000 because I didn't have the information. And I wasn't taking action. So that's a big accomplishment.
Yeah. I think that's what makes the difference. Having the information, having the guidance of someone that at least has way more years than me and experience. At least grab that, take it and run.
Yeah.
And I told Albert, man, I was like, you know what? There's nothing in this world I can give you that you can buy yourself. You can probably go buy yourself 20 Ferraris if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You know what I gave him? 3 Ferraris.
Yeah.
Hot wheel Ferraris. And he was like, I was like, there's nothing I can give you, brother, but I'm gonna give you 3 Ferraris.
Yeah.
He's like, what? Like, there you go. And they're a collection, so they have some value to them for people,
Yeah.
So having it in my collection, gave it to him. And then I was like, there's nothing I could give you, brother, but here's this. And then the other thing I'm gonna give you is action.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it, and that's literally what I did, man. Anything I learned from the academy, anything I learned on.
How do you hear about him?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it again. God.
Yeah.
God put him in my way, man. I was on Instagram, and I was already like pissed at myself. Like I remember when I was going through the Instagram. I was pissed at myself, man. I was like, what the fuck am I doing with my stuff? I need to do fucking something, man. I was here fucking scrolling on Instagram like I got it all together.
Yeah.
Boom. Albert's life. And this guy was just selling heart, bro. Fucking heart.
The jersey?
Straight. Yeah.
Coffee and water?
No, he was just, he had the Mexico jersey at that. I think it was a Mexico, the warfare.
The Mexican shirt, yeah.
And he was like, guys, he said, puede, que ese otros, like, get into my mentorship. Like, no value, bro. Just sell.
Yeah, he's a great guy, bro.
He is. I was like, fuck. I was like, well, what do I got to lose? $67 fucking dollars? Like, ain't nothing. Worst case scenario, I come my bank and tell him it wasn't me. And I charge back. But I stuck around for about 3 months on the academy. And in those 3 months, I soaked as much as I could, from marketing to personal development to business. I soaked up as much as I could,
Yeah.
and I took action.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, dude, I went from $3,000 a month to $7,000. Like, how?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was little things, man. Like, hey, go on Instagram and post any garage door questions. Post it up. You see, you'll get replies like this.
Yeah.
And I got 2 jobs out of that. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
I mean, he was doing it 1 hour in the morning,
Mhm.
1 hour at night. It works.
Yeah.
I mean, same thing when I saw him, my wife like, who's this guy? He's Álvaro Preciado. And then he's just like, his mentorship is $2,000. I'm like, it's a no brainer. So I'm like, I'm gonna text mentor. So I did, and then all of a sudden, hey bro, you want to sign up for 2,000?
Yeah.
Hey brother, and I'm like, yeah man, that was pretty cool. It was $2,000. So I signed up to the thing, and then right after, he's like, you want to attend to the driven?
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, for sure. Me and my family, so we all went to the driven, and then from there, like I bought a packet for like this year. It's 3 events for the whole year, 3 or 4 events.
Was it a 30K?
Driven 8. Nah, it was like $15,000-$20,000.
Oh, okay.
And then we got this packet, and I really like the guy because he provides a lot of value. Like
He's a man. He's a man of his word, but like he's not
Yeah.
just telling I have this. No,
Yeah.
like you see him working to get what he has.
Yeah.
You know, and that was one of the things that actually
Yeah.
attracted him to.
No, and he
him to-
provides like real stuff. Like he has the companies, he has the employees. CEO has the company, the COO, and she's running the employees, and
Uh-huh.
it's just so much value. And so
No,
much
yes.
value you can't even implement.
That's why I haven't looked for
fine.
another.
As long as
mentor.
you're getting like 3-4 nuggets, you come back, you're already 10xing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I haven't looked for another mentor.
Yeah.
But one of the things I did here was find a mentor, or I heard it from you that day, was like to find a mentor that's within my field.
Yep.
So that I could
Yep.
take it to the next level. Because right now I learned my system, my process. I know what I need to do on my checklist, right?
Yeah.
So now it's finding that person that's going to take me to that next level, which like yourself, man, like I said,
Yeah.
you don't even know it, but you just gave the key to my next growth, which I really appreciate.
I mean, whenever you need me, bro, I'm here.
There you go. Let's make it happen.
I ain't going anywhere.
Good. Don't go anywhere, man. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that need you here, man.
Yeah.
So now with the Limitless CEO podcast, man, which again, thank you for having me. Now there's gonna be providing a lot of value to people, man. And like I told my first 2 interviewees in my podcast, I was like, the best thing we could do is offer value, and if people don't run off with it, at least we did our part.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about you gotta pay me. Like that's besides the point, man. We're here to offer value.
Yeah.
It just comes on its own because of that.
Yeah.
You know, so definitely having podcasts like these and throwing this information in front of the people that are struggling, kind of like when we started, right? The 100K, trying to break the $10,000 a month.
Yeah.
Like people can grab this type of information, man. Just at least grab it and run off with 1 or 2 things, like you said.
Yeah, because people like sometimes are like, oh yeah, they're making $20-$30 an hour, and they're like, oh yeah, that's all they want, but they don't think bigger. And then when you listen to people like you, like, okay, I want to get to 1 million, or other people that want to get to 10 million, 20 million, damn, it is possible. Someone made it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's not that hard.
And you know what? The one thing I heard a lot is, well, only certain people make it.
Yeah.
Only certain people make it. What does that even mean? And they were referring to color.
Mm.
I was like, brother, I've hung around people who are nowhere near the color that you think you need to make it in this country.
Yeah.
There's people here that are just working hard and smart,
Yeah.
making things happen.
The way I
Yeah.
think about doing is so basically you could do the things that make you successful, and you're gonna be successful, right? Even if you're fat, even if you're drunk, whatever you do, but if you do the things that make you successful, you're gonna be successful. You're gonna be successful. You're gonna make money, but maybe you're not gonna be happy. You're gonna be fat. But what else is better to be fit, spiritual wise, with your family, and wealthy, and memorable, and impactful, right? So, but you got to do those things, because sometimes you could be memorable, you could be handsome, you could that color, blue eyes, whatever. But if you don't take those actions, you're
Ain't
still
no
gonna be
difference.
broke.
It made no difference. That's right. That's why. That's one of the eye openers for me, honestly,
Yeah,
man. Was
yeah.
mi raza. You know, I got my
Yeah.
raza up here too. Like, holy
Yeah.
shit, what is that limit in belief, man? Like,
Yeah.
honestly, I asked one of my friends. I was like, hey, brother, how hard or how easy would it be for you to get $10,000? He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
10,000? Like, dude, that's hella money.
Yeah.
And I fucking opened my wallet, man, and looked at it, and I had a thing like 8K.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, bro, this is not my kind of crowd.
Yeah, you can make that in a deal. It just
And
how once you have like that like $1 million, you break it down. How can I do it?
Dude, like
What can I do?
even for a house, like
Yeah,
thanks again, dude. Like I know I say Albert a lot, but because of that guy, man, at least right now I'm where I am because he is where he's at. You know.
Yeah, no, he's a great guy.
So
Yeah,
through his
100%.
team, and I was able to buy my house.
So you recently
28th?
bought a house?
Was it they closed us out on the 20th of December?
Oh, really? Just recently. Congrats, man. Yeah.
So it was crazy.
San Francisco?
Yeah, and it's in Vallejo. So
Mhm.
it's about 30, 40 minutes away from San Francisco.
Yeah.
But the fact that I didn't have no down payment. Up to now, everybody has something. No, you can't afford it. No, you can get it. No, because one thing or another.
Yeah.
Oh no, your tax is not good. Your numbers are not good. I was like, dude, this is so bullshit. Like there's someone out there that know how to make shit happen.
Yeah.
Albert seen it. Jared.
He's the guy. Yeah,
he's the
guy.
Bro. I told him, hey, if you give me a house, I'm gonna voy a poner tu cara en la última cena. Like one of the guys is gonna be you, bro. And he's like, nah, you don't have to. I was like, nah, bro, seriously.
Yeah.
Everybody up to now has told me no.
Yeah.
And if you make it happen, I kid you not.
Yeah.
You're gonna be you're gonna have a portrait in my house.
Yeah.
I was like, because everybody up to now told me no, and you say yes. I'm that person that, as a company, my slogan is, we're the company that says yes when everybody else says no.
Yeah.
So you got a company telling you no, I'm gonna say yes. Do I know how? Probably not, but bet your ass I'll figure it out and make sure I deliver.
Yeah.
You know? So Jared gave me that. And I was like, I don't believe it, man, whatever. I just went back home after, I think it was the mastermind.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the mastermind that just happened last year.
Yeah.
In mid-year type deal. But I went back home and I didn't think much of it, man.
That's why he's the top producer.
Yeah. Seriously, man. And
I think I saw the board last time I went over there. It was like $8 million in fucking sales. I'm like,
fucking he's smart as hell,
and I was talking to him and he's like, that's not even half of what I saw. I'm like, damn. I'm like,
that guy's big, man. He's got the whole team. He's training them, like, I didn't know, like at the time I knew he was the top producer. I just didn't know that the caliber of a man that I was dealing with.
Yeah.
And like I said, when he got me at the house. And going back to the money part is, dude, I didn't have no down payment. I didn't have everything was going to the fucking company and self-improvement and all this and all that. Yeah. I was like $200 in my fucking bank.
Yeah.
And even to now, like, I don't have, like, the company is making good money, but I'm not keeping any of it. Mm-hmm. It's taking care of me, and I'm just taking care of it. Mm-hmm. So that, and I'll figure out how to get my personal and my business finances separate as I go. Because we don't know. Even to now, like, I'm really figuring this out too. It's like, okay, now we're actually crossing a threshold that we need to handle and manage our money better.
Yeah.
So now, I'm gonna start figuring that out. Like I said, I'm going back home and I'm gonna break everything down. I'm just gonna micro manage the crap out of everything when I go back.
Yeah.
And just have my numbers right in my head. Because right now I know that I'm working. I know that I'm sending money out. I know I'm paying my bills. I know I'm paying everything that I need to pay. There's nothing that I'm missing, but I am missing the organization of knowing what.
Even if you do a simple spreadsheet, write everything down and then go from there, and keep your revenue per employee at $250,000 at least. And then from there, just bring it up, $250,000, and then you're going to be profitable. You could be 30% profit, net profit, out of what, $1 million you're going to be making. That's fucking $250,000 in profits with one employee, 1 or 2 employees, like you and your dad, someone else, and then go from there. And then start hiring more people, and go from there.
Yeah, that's I think for me has been giving the trust.
Yeah,
breaking up that little. You can trust someone.
Well, as long as you have a system and you're able to track them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's what made it a little bit easier now, because now I have a CRM system, right, that I just implemented in October.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how much stuff I was actually keeping on my head, from jobs sold to jobs needed to customers that, dude, I lost so much work because I didn't have a system. And now I have a system that reminds my people every 6 months, right? I'm going to have a system that emails.
Do you do newsletters?
No. But what I do have is, well, I guess technically is, because at least every 6 months they'll get a reminder on the phone and their email, like, hey, it's time for a service.
Yeah.
Give us a call to schedule an appointment, or I have a system in place where some of my local customers that are within 20 minutes from me, I give them, I throw in a complimentary service.
Nice.
$280 value at no cost.
Yeah.
And I tell them, I was like, you know what? Even after I close them, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this for you. I want to take care of you even after I come and do the job for you.
Yeah.
So how about we take care of you for the next year? He's like, what do you mean? It's like, well, it's suggested to do a 6 months. Every 6 months, it's suggested to do a service.
Yeah.
Are you going to be doing the service? He's like, well, I don't know how. Well, that's why I'll come every 6 months.
Yeah.
Take care of your door for that year. And in the process, I'm going to show you how to take care of the door. I'm like, I like you. but I don't want you calling me with headaches.
Yeah.
Right. And they just get, all happy, giggling, make him laugh. It's like, no, yeah, I really appreciate that. So I just want to over deliver every time with my customers, especially in this time.
Yeah.
People are like, at least back home, I know a lot of the companies are focusing on the money. Money's low. I need to go and charge more, or I need to get more. To me, man, I'm just making sure that my customers get value so that I get that referral coming back in.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, it's all about providing information, value, and over delivering. Yeah, a lot of people are okay. How do they say? They say under promise, over deliver, and we're different in our company. We over promise and we over deliver every time. We strive for more. Yeah, always. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's
So you don't do any type of marketing? It's all referrals.
I am doing the personal branding, like going on social media. Talking about my I don't talk a lot about my business on social media, but the little bit that I talked about has brought a little bit of calls through social media. Even when I go back, someone from back home was like, "Hey man, so this is going on with my house. You think you could help me?" And they messaged me on Instagram. I was like, "Thank you for keeping my company in mind. When I get back home, we'll take care of you."
So that's working.
It's working. So that's why I'm like, just like you said, I mean, if this is working, just double, triple, just drop it all in there, man, because that's what's working. Why wouldn't I not?
Yeah.
And now with starting the podcast now is like, okay, now I'm gonna get more branding, more of my personal brand now.
How's that going?
Way better than I thought, man.
Yeah.
Like I thought, I was telling my wife on the way over here, I was like, hey, there's people out there that said they were gonna start a podcast.
Yeah.
And they never started. And this was recent.
Yeah.
And here I go asking him, asking her, asking them, like, what do I need to start? And one of the things I got was from Sarah Nunez, one of Albert's Preciado's people too.
Yeah.
And she said, just start. You just got to start. And then Ricardo, I forgot his last name. Ricardo 2.0. He's from the Driven Academy too.
Yeah. He's not
like, dude,
Espíndola?
No,
it's not him.
No, it's another one. And he goes, I was like, hey, brother, like, how do I start? Like, what do I need? I was like, I have this, and I have that, and this is my setup. Like, dude, you sound more way better set up than me. Just go start.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that's it. I just got to start. So that's why I took action. And I said, fuck it, I'm going balls deep. I didn't necessarily ignore it, but for a few days, I just put the company to the side so I wouldn't have to do 50-50, I want to focus 100% on something, make sure it gets done, and not perfectly, but at least have a little paranoid of making sure that it is at least going to flow okay.
Yeah.
And now with that, man, it's like I was not expecting of getting all this shares, some posts, all this likes. At least I thought it was going to be like 0 for all this time of followers,
Yeah.
Like,
how long have you been posting?
Since 3 days, like last week, Thursday, Wednesday, probably.
Okay, but like how? When did you start like social media?
Me? 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay,
but it was just like stupid stuff, man.
Yeah,
nothing that gave value. Just stupid stuff I was doing, or drinking, partying.
Yeah,
like little things that were just like showing off to the people,
Yeah.
trying to impress people that don't even matter.
Yeah.
And now this past year has been more of a posting with value.
Yeah.
With intention. Now I have an intention behind every single post.
Yeah.
Which has made a big difference too. With actually having actual intention on the post.
Yeah. So one thing I can suggest, I'm not an expert. I just started, but I did get some branding pillars and some so there's 3 branding pillars that you need to have. So whatever you're going to focus, for me, it's business, and then lifestyle, and the gym. Whatever you, and then find your audience and your demographics, and study your audience, your avatar, and then for the other 2, Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, man. I was lost, man. I was lost, but like I said, at least now I'm going home with something to do, something to get the ball rolling again. And I'll be transparent with you, brother. I'm just this November, December, that was the process of the home, right? I slacked hard. And starting January, like I would lay in bed. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, oh, you got a house, good job. Who the fuck is gonna pay the mortgage, dude? Get your ass up.
Yeah.
No. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I got stuck for like 3 minutes and just telling myself, like, what the fuck? Eventually, man, what happened is I missed that feeling of accomplishment, which I had not had for those 3 months.
The momentum.
I lost the momentum, and I'm like, no. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Podcast, fuck it.
Yeah.
I need my hobby. I need something. So I was like, okay, the business is doing okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can handle it. We can bring more work in, no problem. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But we need something else to get the ball rolling again, because now just the business, and I have nothing to feel progress, because I'm, like I said, I feel stuck, right? I was like, I had nothing to feel progress. I was like, I need to do something.
Yeah, no, and I see it. No, and I see it, because you have all this energy and you can't just be like sitting down. And then same thing with me. Like I'm up at 4 a.m. and I'm like, what am I gonna do? I go over my priority list and I just go small little wins, one after the other.
But I like it.
So imagine if you stop like with all this energy, you stop the momentum. It's hard to go up again.
No, it really is. It's now like I said, all the support I've got. Like I wasn't even planning on being I wasn't planning on getting interviewed at all, brother. Like for me, I was like, I'm doing the interviewing. I'm here to provide value. Like I was not expecting this. Yeah. But that's the power of networking, man. That's the power of going out of your comfort zone. Yep. Like even my guy Nestor said, dude, podcast, you're a garage door guy. Podcast is not your thing. He's like, but I'm proud that you move forward with it. Yeah. It's like, well, yeah, dude. It's like, I have to get that momentum, but again, I need to get that ball rolling, because at the end of the day, man, if, like you said, I have all this energy, if I just focus it on nothing, what's the point of having this energy? Why would I not take advantage of my gift? Yeah. You know? And even my wife will probably tell you this, like, this fucker doesn't go to sleep till like 1. He just fucking you know?
Are you on drugs? Nah,
no, seriously, she's like crackhead activities, man. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, crackhead activities, baby. Because Will's is up at 2 a.m, 1 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, and
me, everybody, like, as businessmen, like I'm up to like 1 a.m. I wake up at 4 a.m. And I mean, that's what business having similar, you know, like,
It's not that I want to be up, but like last night, it's like, dude, I had you in the back of my head, like, Jonathan, dude, what are your business? What's your
what is the mission statement?
Literally, that's what I heard. Yeah. What is the mission statement? What are the core values? And I remember you going like this. I'm gonna fire your ass. I was like, oh no, you ain't. I don't remember those motherfuckers. I need to get my shit down. So I would wake up every other, like, I can't, I mean, I probably woke up every hour, like before every hour, honestly. Yeah. And now I'll be like, what are your core values? What is your mission statement? And I was like, dude, you can't remember your mission statement. You just rolled it last night. What are your core values? What's up? Now I just like, like, what's up? Willpower, harmony, attitude, tenacity, strength, unwavering support. Pass out. Yeah. So that's how I even remember him today, brother, because I was literally up every other hour just thinking like, this is a fucking step. Yep. Don't sleep on it. Yep. Like I said, bro, I got to the house and I opened my, this is the book where, I'm trying to make my.
It's your Holy Bible right there.
I have about 3 of them, all full of information. And in one, I'm working into making my systems, because I'm like you, bro. I like writing stuff down, because I'm not that fast on the computer. I'll transfer over later. Yeah. But I brought the wrong one anyway. But I was like, how is it that I have all the systems written down, but in the front page I don't have my core values and mission statement? Yeah. Why? Like, I got mad at myself that night, brother. I went back and I'm like, why the fuck don't you have that? Yeah. Like, why? And you want to do all this shit? Yeah, okay. You don't even know what the fuck your mission is. Yeah. Like, I was like, even right now, like, I get pissed, like the anger.
That's important. Post them everywhere.
What the hell are you doing?
On your office, on the job site.
What time did we go to sleep last night, baby? Okay.
4:30 in the morning? Wow.
She was, dude, it was a long night last night. Like yesterday, I left, like I said, I left from, I did my podcast. I did another interview with Francisco Nunez, another guy that's from Driven. Yeah. It was a great podcast, man. We didn't even have a plan to go eat. It turned to a very eventful day. Yeah. I got home like at 4:20, 4:10. I set up my desk. I was gonna start going over what we just talked about, take my notes, and making sure I send some over to the guy that's gonna edit. I was gonna send some estimate, work on the company. Mm-hmm. I even told her, I was like, if you want to go to Oxnard, go ahead. I'm gonna work on my company after. Like, I have a busy day. Yeah. Like, I already had a plan. Yeah. I don't have it on the book, but like, I need to start doing that. It was in my head. Yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna work on the company. I was like, it's all right if you go to Oxnard, I'll stay here. I called her at 4:20. I was like, I'm stuck in the bathroom. She's like, what do you mean?
You're like 4:20 smoking weed. I just
dude, seriously, like, that's another, and like I said, I'm gonna be transparent, but that's another habit that I need to get the fuck rid of. I will consider myself a chronic smoker. Yeah. But that itself, Wes Watson at the Driven Academy. Did you go to the boot camp?
I did, yeah. But I don't know which one, but he was there on, this was back in November, October. I don't remember.
That's the one I went to. That was me, man. I went up at the end. I don't know if you stuck around to the end. I was like, Wes, brother, I know you've gone through some shit. Like, you actually do some hard drugs, man. Like, you were in that shit. Like, but for myself, how do I let go of the weed? Because the weed became a habit, it became part of my life. Because I've been doing this since I was 18, you know? And I started smoking like, oh, one joint. And it turned to, now we're doing fucking concentrates, wax, like straight heavy, the straight stuff. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And then he goes, you know what, man? Like, he tells me the whole little story, right? And then he goes, the only thing I can tell you is you need to stand up, spread your legs, look down, and check for a pair of balls in the dick. And stop being a little bitch. I was like, in front of the whole crowd. I'm like, fuck it, let's go. So that was another thing where it started to change me. I stopped smoking weed for probably like a month.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I can fucking do this shit. I tried cold turkey for a few days. I was like, I can fucking do this shit. The most I went was 30 days.
Yeah.
And it was like an amazing feeling. But the habit of running to smoke, like, do you really need to? You know? Even last night, like I grabbed the shit, packed it up, hit it, and put it away. I'm like, no more. Like that's, like I said, this is the push that I needed.
Yeah.
I went from freaking spending almost $600 a month.
Yeah.
Or $500 a month on weed to not buying weed in the last 3 months.
Yeah.
So, you know, the change is there. Now it's time to make it complete. Let's get rid of this shit. Because like I said, I have this energy. This energy is meant to be put into the right place. And when I smoke weed, man, now it's like if...
Yeah, you can't think, right? You can't send an
not
email.
Anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah.
You know, maybe when I was young, because I didn't have shit in my head, I could think straight.
Yeah.
But I didn't have no responsibilities. But now I have shit that needs my attention. I have things and people that are counting on me. Like it's way bigger than me. So that's what I'm saying. Like now, amarrárselos y...
Yeah, do it for the family.
Yeah.
La familia primero.
Yeah. I just 100%. I can be the same like once I go back home, I cannot be the same person, brother. Because if I go back home and become the same person that came over here, I'm
gonna keep you accountable, brother. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna send you a video message.
No, you know who was holding me accountable for those first few weeks?
I'm gonna be like, hey, Tocayo, have you been smoking, brother?
No, I'm like, bro,
be real.
Come test me, brother. Come test me. Yeah, take a pic.
Yeah.
Whichever one you want to draw the blood from. No, yeah, dude, like if I go back and I'm still doing the same thing, that means I'm gonna repeat the 2023.
Yeah.
The point is not to repeat it, but to get better. Yep. And that's literally my goal for this year. Is like, all right, dude, let go of the shit that's not helping you anymore. Let's move forward.
What are some of your non-negotiables?
Cold showers.
Cold showers?
5-minute cold shower.
Ooh, that's me. That's me every morning.
I was like, hey, baby, come touch the water. It's kind of warm. She's like, hey. I was like, that's just cold. Like, dude, it's like I take my shower with regular warm water.
¿Le haces trampa?
Boom, boom, boom. No. You know what I do? If I go under 5 minutes without my cold shower, ándale, pendejo, para que se le quite, que es otros 5 minutos allá adentro, güey. Like I punish myself.
Yeah.
It's literally my ego telling me, nah, yeah, you good. You don't.
Yeah.
No, I do need it.
Yeah.
I do need it. It's the.
Do you do it in the morning or at night?
My shower every day, every night.
Yeah.
And I notice also that I sleep way more comfortable when I do shower cold. I don't know what it is, but it does help.
It's called turpy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I literally
the body releases dopamine.
Yeah.
You feel
and
better,
dopamine and then stress reliever.
Yeah.
That's I think it reduces. I don't forget. It's a very high percentage that it reduces the stress by.
Yeah.
So imagine you going all stressed and you take that cold shower and you reduce it by. Even if you reduce it by 10%, man, that's already a win.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So even she'll tell you like, este cabrón, le dice a la gente, este cabrón está bañando bien y de repente así out of nowhere, boom, cold water.
Yeah.
The first minute is the most uncomfortable minute.
Yeah. You can't even breathe. Yeah, you gotta control your breathing. Yep.
I turn around. The back of this little part right here, when the cold water hits you right behind the ears and the neck area.
Yeah.
That wakes you up, man. It brings that connection back to get you grounded. Like you're human, bro.
Yeah.
Get your shit together. But it's a what do you call it when you do something over and over and over, like constantly? You know, it's one of the things that I want to work on building, making sure that I'm constantly doing what I need to do. Because even last night I was like, last night before, like when I got out of the shower, I was like, I don't need a cold shower. I turned it off. Yeah. I grabbed the towel. Fuck are you doing? Oh, and I turned the water back to cold and I got in there for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't ever let yourself talk. I'm not gonna let myself talk myself out of what I know I need to do. Right. The minute I get that feeling or that thought in my head, like you don't need it, that's how I do. Because I'm telling myself I don't. That literally means I do need it.
Yeah.
You know? So that's one of my non-negotiables, the cold shower. The other one is posting on Instagram, being uni-present.
Yeah.
Right? That's another one. My other one is reading at least a chapter, 30 minutes a day.
Yeah.
which right now I'm trying to finish Bobby Castro's book.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard of Upsider.
I haven't read it.
It's pretty good book, man. It helps.
What is it called? Outsider?
Upsider.
Upsider.
It's a pretty good book, man. Funny, I think I'm in chapter 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And the chapter I'm on, or the chapter I just finished, literally talks about going out of your comfort zone, talking to people. And I'm like, oh, this is fucking crazy. Yeah. Like, I just literally read through that thing, man. And here I am, like, 7 hours away from home, meeting people, networking, talking. Yeah. Like, dude, whatever I'm learning on a book, dude, it's Bobby Castro. Why would you want to listen to someone that's already successful?
Yep.
Why wouldn't you? Those are literally stuff and that was a book for free.
Yeah. That's amazing what a book can do. Like a lot of people I don't have money for mentors. I don't have money for this. Just get a book. Online, a free book.
And sometimes they're giving the book out for free. You just got to put in your information. Mm-hmm. And that's what I did for Andy Elliott's. That's the next book I want to read.
Ooh, yeah.
That's the next book I want to read and take on.
Yeah.
But right now, it's Bobby Castro Upsider. It's become a bit of a difficult book to read to me because it's asking for a lot of change.
Yeah.
It gives you workouts and questions at the end of every chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps you, like for me, it's helping me find and pinpoint the issues.
Yeah.
So in a way, I was like, dude, do I want to keep reading this, man? It's like asking for so much change.
Yeah.
But that's where the growth is, man. And that's why reading books, freaking making sure that at least I get someone. I have about 8 non-negotiables.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, man, I don't even remember them. I just put them down on the checklist.
Yeah.
And they'll come on, and I'll remember. It's like, oh, it's time to do this. It's time to do this.
Yeah.
Did you get this done? And if at the end of the night, my last notification is at 11, if I didn't get a lot of that stuff done, you got an hour to make it happen.
Yeah.
You got an hour to make it happen before the night ends.
What are some of your personal goals?
I think, not necessarily personal, man. My goals are revolved around the people around me.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So for me it's my main goal personally is to be able to have my people, my mom, her mom, my dad, have them not worry about anything.
Yeah.
Like I don't want them to worry about, ¿podemos ir para allá? Yeah, we can.
Yeah. How can we do it?
Yeah. It's not about can we, it's about when. ¿Cuándo quieren ir? Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
So my goal is to make sure that I get to that point and level in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So with my niece and nephew, I just wanna be able to give them the opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not necessarily, I'm gonna make their ass work for it, but I want them to be able to at least have that opportunity. I want my son to have the options that I didn't.
How old is your son?
3.
Mm.
3.
He's young, yeah.
So I just want to be able. For me, my goal is or my fulfillment will come, or at least on that goal, will be to make sure that my family doesn't need or doesn't freaking have to think about can we.
Yeah.
It's when can we.
Yeah. Not
can we.
Yeah.
So that's my personal goal. It's personal, but it's not about. It's not.
It is personal. That's what I'm all about. The family, always about the family. I was talking, like I told you before the podcast, I did my calendar for my entire year. Why? Because I want to block out those days for my family. Because that's more important.
Yeah.
So it's not because sometimes I double book myself, but I want to set priorities. That my daughter, my son, like their games or whatever they're doing, or if we're traveling, I respect those dates. Because if you don't do that throughout the year, then you start getting overbooked.
Definitely. So
that's more important. Yeah.
That's one of the things I need to learn, and I heard this from Jackie Elliott.
Yeah.
She's like, learn to be where your feet are.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely got better from 2022 to now.
Yeah.
Right? So I've been able to figure out little by little. Like lately, I've been on my fucking phone like crazy.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, it's time to figure out how to put all that shit to the side and prioritize family, my kid.
Yeah.
Because if I'm on my phone, man, like at the end of the day, I get this fucking guilt trip. Like, bro, your kid was bugging. You didn't even fucking hug. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like
you get phone headaches.
Yeah, seriously. I would have just rather spend those 30 minutes with my kid, freaking 100% 30-minute attention.
Yeah.
And
that energy that you have with your kids, it's gonna be super impactful.
Yeah. Dude, I hope so, because this little kid, man, ya me chinga, ya está grande, cabrón, ya viene y me dice, daddy, peanuts. Oh, me pegan los puros jewels, y nada. Y como está la pura media el mendigo.
What are some of your professional goals?
My professional goals is to hit the $1 million this year.
Yeah.
I know as
How you're gonna do that though?
Network more. I don't use it. Network more, definitely. That's gonna be the main one, to network more. The second thing is to go after bigger work, bigger job, bigger contracts. So the big people, right?
Yeah.
And then last but not least, which is also very important, is invest more in myself.
Yeah.
Because just doing that alone, man, and just doubling up on that and the knowledge is what's gonna help me go to the next level. Like I said, man, I came out here without a plan, and I'm going back with something in my head to work on.
Yeah.
Right. So why would I not want to invest in networking? Why would I not want to invest on myself? So getting the bigger contracts, to focusing on another source of income from not just residential but now commercial. Right. So now we're going into bigger contracts. Right. And doors possibly costing about the same as a nice fancy door, but now we're doing $20,000-$30,000 contracts on 2 doors instead of 5,000, 7,000. So my goal is to focus on bigger contracts so that I could double up way faster than I did in 2023.
Yeah. So you're gonna get into commercial, HOA. Nice.
I'm almost start working on that presentation.
There it is. Yeah. That's
so
good.
when you call me, if the minute you call me, man, if I put the Zoom on and I start presenting to you, don't be surprised, man.
Whatever you need, bro. I have all the whatever I have, I can just pass it on to you.
There we go. I appreciate
all the paperwork, everything I went through.
I appreciate the love.
There it
Thank
is.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
100%. So where's your company going in the next 5 years?
$1 billion evaluation, man. I want to get it to $1 billion evaluation. I don't even know. Like, I look at my market cap, right? I look at my market.
Thinking big, huh?
Yeah, like, dude. And this is from Eric Spofford, because that same day, like, he caught me off guard. Like, I already had the paper. I show you my traction organizer. I already had it down.
Yeah.
And I got nervous, and he asked me, he's like, so, like, what are your goals? Like, how much do you want to make? And I'm like, $1 million. I was like, what the fuck did I just say? $1 million ain't shit now.
Yeah.
It's like $1 billion evaluation is what I want. And I had it written down before he asked me.
Yeah, the million back in the days now is 10 million.
Yeah. Now, like I said, the M's are not as good as the bills now, as the B's now. So we got to start speaking billionese.
Yep.
Because the millions are, it's just gonna keep us broke now, man. Because $1 million, you could really afford the inventory on a big company.
Yep.
No, so we gotta make sure we go to the multi-millions, the billions.
Yep.
So I mean, being here, man, and talking to you and hearing you, like, your story of going after the 10 million, I'm like, I'm here thinking small, man. There's so much potential for a company, because I thought it's just a company, a garage door company. Like, how am I gonna get $1 billion evaluation on a garage door company doing residential? You don't. Commercial, HOA, like all this other stuff that you brought up.
Prevailing work, government work.
There we go.
Just think that it's just a double game.
Mm-hmm. And
how do you get to $1 billion? A double game.
I lost a big contract of, I think it was gonna be like $80K.
Yeah.
And I lost it because I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
That's why earlier when I was like, what are your terms in place for people like this? Because they have a whole legal team.
Yeah.
Right. At that playing field, those are some high-end people that have legal everything, man. So, like, out of that one, I lost that contract out of fear.
Yeah.
Out of not being ready, and about not having a process in place to be able to take those big contracts.
Yeah.
Right. So what did I do? I fucking went on Google, started looking for terms and conditions. Like, what should I have in place? Can I afford an attorney? An attorney? Probably. But then all the information is out there for me, at least to get the ball rolling, so then I can afford an attorney and actually get some real information.
Yeah.
But at least it got me to work on my mistake. Like, okay, well, dude, you lost it. Good job.
Yeah.
Now work on making it better so you don't lose another one.
Yeah, or have other projects lined up. Usually, I mean, you have this 80, and then a lot of people, like, they're relying on this project, but they don't have other streams of income. And other projects lined up.
Yeah, for me, at least on my business, I focus a lot on realtors, house flippers, people that are constantly touching homes and just getting rid of them. Up to now, had it not been for my about 6 contractors that I have, I don't think the company would have been afloat.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm probably one of them is bringing in about 10%, or one of them last year brought me at least 15% of the revenue.
Yeah.
You know, and the rest are just like kind of under it. So because of them, and then the marketing side of it, then at least I was able to get some cash flow going.
Yeah.
Some projects wait. You know? So now it's just making sure that I bring in more revenue. More revenue. So that I don't get stuck in the cycle of, fuck, I don't have enough money. Yeah. My problem right now is revenue. That's my main issue, revenue. And how can I build a team if I can't pay them?
Yeah.
Right? I need to get my revenue now. I need to bring in more work, so I could keep my team busy, so I could keep myself busy, so I could keep the company
Just
going.
focus $250,000 per employee. So right now you have 2 employees. Your
wanna
dad
say-
and
I
someone else, right?
Mhm.
So that's 3. So just you could be making at least 750,000 with 3 employees. At least, yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna go after the big guys now, man, because
Yeah.
like I said, it's
So maybe do
residential is
50 and
great.
50. Do 50% residential and 50 commercial.
Oh yeah.
Residential for the cash flow, and then the commercial just to get more bigger projects, bigger contracts.
Get the revenue.
Revenue. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Like I said, I learned a lot on this trip, man. It was only 3 days. Now counting the 3 days, and my head is just like.
Took a lot of notes.
Oh, dude, that was the main thing, man.
Yeah.
You were talking super fast, so it took me a minute. But I know I'm gonna get that video eventually, man. But I was like, good thing I write like a freaking doctor, man. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to keep up. Oh yeah,
yeah.
But I took a lot of good nugs from you, man. And like I told Albert, the best thing I can do, man, is show you that I'm gonna implement them.
Yeah.
Show you that I'm gonna take action. Because there's no point in me coming here and pretending.
Yeah.
That I'm.
No,
not
it's just
CEO,
better
man.
to be public and tell other people what you're doing, so you're accountable.
Yeah.
So next time, hey, do you hit those 10 million? You're like, fuck, I gotta get to work. Yeah, like you said, those podcasters that you said they're gonna start a podcast and they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Like, when are you starting it? You're saying you're gonna start something, then do it.
Yeah, and I'm dealing with high caliber people like yourself, man. I say high caliber because it takes a certain level of valor and a certain level of strength to get to a level that you are because of the struggles, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm talking to people like you, and then the next time you see me, like, Jonathan, where's the presentation?
I'm
like,
gonna keep you accountable.
I'm like, what presentation?
Yeah. Hey, Tony, write it down. Write it down. We're gonna keep
it's
them
being
accountable.
recorded, man.
Next week we're gonna call them.
But you know what I mean? Like, imagine you call me, you're like, hey, Johnny, you hit the pipe again or what?
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny, you got your presentation?
Yeah.
And I tell you, nah, you're not ever gonna call me back. You're never gonna believe in me.
Yeah.
And if I'm messing up this relationship, should anybody else believe me?
Yeah.
Why should my wife even believe me?
Yeah, no, collaboration is a new currency.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So coming out here and like I tell her, dude, I don't even have a fucking ring on my finger. And I tell her, like, dude, I'm dealing with all these people that are values his family. I'm like, and I'm just not wearing a ring because I'm mad. Like, I want to have my ring on. Like, I want to be that man. Like, I'm not gonna go start another fucking family and another kid and then give my current kid 50% of my life and the other kid 50%.
Yeah.
That's not me, man. Like, yeah, I grew up in a household full of shit, but I have family values.
Right.
No, that's my wife. My kid.
It's the most important thing.
I don't need to go make another wife and another kid.
Yep.
There's already enough people, enough kids without fathers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if anything, let's go adopt some. You know what I mean? But like that's
At
the
least
thing.
a dog. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we already got 3 men. No more. We got 3.
No more. No.
Yeah. So, come on, it's just madera.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like I tell us, like, I want my fucking ring on my finger, and this was just like what came in my head because dealing with the people I've been dealing like this past couple of days, yourself, Francis, Nestor, family values, and I don't know, I mean, just to me is I want to be that role model, that example for the generation behind me because we don't have that. At least back home, we don't have that. We have nothing but headaches, troubles, marihuanos, cocaína, borrachos, pedos. Like, we have nothing but problems back home.
Yep.
We don't have no role models.
Yeah.
I want to be that guy. So
you want to be the one.
I want to be the one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Call it whatever you want. Call me an asshole. Call me stuck up. Call me whatever you want. But I'm not doing it for y'all. Like, the dream is way bigger than y'all, you know?
Yeah.
It's everybody.
Yep.
Everybody's in my dream and you guys don't even know it.
Yeah.
You know? This is why I'm dreaming big. Because you guys are in it. That's the only reason. You know, there's no I just told her this morning, like, on the way over here. I told her, I was like, dude, you don't even understand. Like, you guys are the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Like, the reason why I want to go where I want to go. Like, what the fuck do I need to go where I want to go when I was paying $600 rent? No responsibilities. Like, I didn't need anything. I was comfortable. Fucking, they say my man el matadero, you know.
El matadero? No, el matador, el matadero.
El matadero, and that's what she called the little room in the back, dude, because it was just a mess back there, man. And
yeah.
Like,
not because of that song, El Matador.
No. It was just some men horse shit, man, in the back. And she like paying $600 a month, man, and not having any worries and any responsibilities. Like, why do I need to do anything else?
Yeah.
But life wasn't not always gonna be that easy, right? That's simple.
Life is hard.
Yeah. We can ignore it.
Yeah.
But the longer you ignore it, man, the harder it gets. So either way, man, you either pick this other thing that really hit me. I either sacrifice my current life for the life that I want, or I sacrifice the life that I want for the current life I'm in.
Mhm.
Either way, it's a sacrifice.
Mhm.
And I'd rather sacrifice now, which is the first few years, at least with the family and the kid, dude, I was getting broken down. There was 1, 2, 3 weeks that I wouldn't see my kid or my wife, and then the traveling between not having an actual home and just going back and forth between Fresno and San Francisco. Like, I don't want my family doing that shit, man. I want my family in one spot, and now we have that. So it's a work in progress. It's part of the struggle.
Yep.
But the fulfillment that comes with that, like, God, the fucking hell, is it perfect? Fuck no. Is the marriage
good
perfect?
start off. Yeah, it's a good win.
Not.
It's a good win.
Is life perfect? No, it's not. But you know what it is? It is a work in progress. And as long as I'm working on it, man, it's just, nothing has to be beautiful. Nothing has to be perfect. But it just has to flow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. Flow.
So let's touch a little bit on your podcast.
Oh, man.
Just I know we're on like an hour and 10.
I think we hit the hour 10. So I started Guerreros Podcast.
Yeah. Why you started this podcast, or what is it? What is the main topic? What are you bringing in?
I'm bringing nothing but guerreros, man. People who fight through anything and everything. The struggles.
Spartans.
Yeah, seriously, man. People that go through the struggles that they don't talk about.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there, man. Like I said, that have a hard time starting. That have a hard time doing just the starting part.
Yeah.
That because either they don't have the information or they don't have the valor or the strength to push through and start something.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured, I was like, dude, the Guerrero name came from my father.
Yeah.
That's his last name. Yeah. I have my mom's family's last name. Right? I got raised by my grandpa. I always wanted the Guerrero to be something. I wanted to be part of my life. I just never knew how. Like, I want to change my name, but my grandpa took care of me. I don't want to just the last name like that.
You want to be Brad Pitt?
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? We gotta figure out something with Guerrero. And the podcast came about, man. Just like I said, about 2 weeks ago, I was like, I need to start the podcast.
Yeah,
it's
a good name. Yeah.
So I asked Albert. I was like, hey, this is the name I have. It's Guerrero's Valor, Guerrero's Way, or some other stuff. And then he goes, why don't you just name it Guerreros Podcast?
Keep it simple.
Yeah. And I was like, well, what if someone already has that shit? The only thing that came up was PDF, some soccer stuff, Guerreros.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nobody has it.
Yeah.
Let's fucking
there
go. It's a win. Let's go.
Yeah.
So like Guerreros fucking podcast, Instagram page, YouTube page, TikTok, Facebook. I started doing all the fucking social media.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, I pulled it out. I gotta keep going.
Yeah.
Like people are gonna be like, otro güey que hizo un podcast y no le siguió.
It never stops, bro. You gotta keep going.
Yeah. So I was like, all right.
So how often are you gonna release?
I'm planning to do it every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, every week.
Yeah.
2 times a week, right? But I'm thinking it's like, well, maybe you're gonna overdo it because you're just starting. But why not even? If I try to at least do 2 episodes a week, at least that way I'll push myself to talk to people more and bring more people in, and at least get a day like yourself today. Get 1 day to get all my interviews out of the way.
Yeah.
1 day to focus on it, and then everything else go hard on the company.
Yeah.
But like you said, just focus, break down my schedule to fit my goal and my needs so that I can accomplish and execute.
Yep.
But that's 2 podcasts a week. At 8 p.m. is my goal. And just interviewing people, man, that can offer value on how to overcome struggle, how to overcome that mental stagnation that sometimes that we have. Like you get all fogged up, and you're trying to think, but you don't know what the fuck you want to think about. You don't know what else to do next.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to bring that value to help people either grow mentally, get tips on how to grow spiritually, physically. Mental toughness, like I want people to get value to move to the next level, because there's people out there like us that have the same goal to get their family to the next level. They don't know where to start or how to start or where to get the information.
Yep.
But who knows? Someone might bump into the podcast without even trying, kind of like me and Albert bump into his stuff without even trying.
Yeah.
And then just get stuck somehow, they get something that they like, 1, 2 nuggets that they take and work on it. That's a win. And that literally, like I said, that just happened with Francis the other day. We're doing the podcast yesterday. And I was interviewing him, and he posted it on live.
Yeah.
And I wasn't paying attention, and he freaking tells me, he's like, bro, look at this. Like, I still don't know how to process that feeling of someone getting value from our content and wanting to do that change. Like, I don't know how to process that, man. Like, I have my close friends in my close circle. I had influenced them to think a little better, and or at least be like, dude, you're admiring, or the other guy would tell me, like, dude, I really have a lot of respect for you. Like, I wish I could do what you do. And that to me, like, it feels good because at least I know that I'm impacting the life in a way that it's positive.
Yeah.
Right. And now with the podcast and then hearing that, and I'm like, I'm not just going to target my group of friends or the people around me. This is going wide.
Yeah.
So it's going to more people than just people next to me. So instead of just helping one person, now I'm able to bring value to a community.
You're changing lives. Yeah.
So I was not expecting any of this to grab any type of traction, brother. I was just like, I'm gonna try it. Yeah. Whatever comes out of it, even if it's bad, I'm gonna just
keep going.
Yeah. If it's good, let's keep going.
Yep.
So either way, man, it was gonna be the same answer. I'm gonna keep going. Right. But now with the podcast grabbing the traction that it did and having the attention that it did, I'm happy. It almost became like another proud moment of mine where it's like, dude, you actually started and you made it happen. And now we already got the 2 episodes going. The next episode is getting edited to get shot out on Monday.
There it is.
And it's just the progress. And by the way, I got that whole edit. I got it for free.
Yeah.
I didn't even pay for that.
Yeah.
It's just value that the person is bringing into me.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen next? I'm probably gonna hire the guy to take care of me.
He's from India or what?
No, he's from here.
Oh, okay.
He's part of the community.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, this guy said, you know what, Johnny? I haven't even talked to you about price, brother, but let me bring this to you and let's edit this for you and let's make it happen. And you work with my guy and we'll get you what you want. Whatever it is that you need, go handle it. And I was like, God damn.
You're like, damn.
I was like, bro, I don't even have money. Dude, I haven't even mentioned the price yet.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry. Let me take care of you first. Then we'll talk price later.
Yeah.
Like, hey, dude, you're about to literally make my start that much easier. Let's go.
Yep.
So, it's trusting the other people to do what they know how to do. And I'll do what I need to do. But it's just the podcast starting, man. I didn't promote it. I wasn't like, this is when we're gonna start my podcast. Nah, they just fucking started and start pushing shit out. Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
So now it's just having I don't want to wear the hat, so I'm gonna give the hat over to the media people. To my Tony.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna give that hat to the people out there, and let them handle all that, because then that's gonna free me to come and do stuff like this, or go focus on bringing
the most valuable things that you care about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which this is valuable as well, but there's someone that could do it way better than I can, so let them handle it.
Yeah. What are some of the business insights you can give out to the audience? Any business insights, whatever you want to give out.
We focus a lot on customer value.
Yeah.
A lot on customer value. I think no company will become a company without its customers.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd like to over deliver on our promises. And now I'm gonna take your tip, man, and over promise and over deliver and go to that next level. Yeah, I like that. The other thing is, you have us, man. Most companies will have you wait a day, 2. The minute you call me, I'm there. I have to say, if it's not me, it's my dad. If it's not me, it's the other guy. But you have someone there within an hour. Yeah. Within 2 hours, companies making you wait a whole half a day, or I can go till the end of the day.
Yeah.
I always tell my customer, man, this is exactly what I do. I tell them, because everybody, like I said, I touch my heart when I work with residential, because it's real humans, people that are, this is where they live. Right. So I tell them, you know what? I came to install your door. You're paying me a few K, 3, 5, 7. That's a lot of money. Even if you do have a good job, that's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you what, the minute you call me for any issue that you have, you know what you're going to have with me? You're going to have someone here just as fast as I came to take your money. You're going to have someone here just as fast to come and do the repair. So you may have a headache for a little bit, but I'm going to make sure it goes away just as fast. And they like that, because people work hard for the money.
Mm-hmm.
People, or at least most of the people, they value their money and how the sweat that they took to get it. So I want to make sure that they know that I understand that, and that I want to make sure that they know that I'm going to take care of them. Because they're not just paying me $10, man. Yeah. They're paying me a good chunk of money. And not everybody has $5,000, $10,000 like that. And the people that do, I want to take care of.
Yeah.
Because that's more business, more customer. That's a smile that I'm going for, man.
Yeah.
So I'm going after your smile, not your pocket.
Yeah. So overpromise, overdeliver. Don't do the Toyota experience. Do the Bugatti experience,
there you
man.
go, the Bugatti.
Just go all in. Provide value, right? Provide value, communication, and take care of your customer, man.
Yeah,
that's how you grow, right?
Yeah. That's how I've been growing, man. Because, like I said, if the customer's happy, they'll bring in more customers.
Yeah.
If the customer isn't satisfied, what do you expect? More business? I doubt it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to work with someone that does bad business or doesn't have a reputation.
Yeah.
Right. So I want to make sure that I'm going after. Yeah, the money is an end goal, right? Because it's what helps us grow. But the smile has a better payout than the dollar.
Yeah.
All the time. So that's literally what my focus is. That smile.
There it is. Yeah.
It's great, man. I got to. Oh man, I got to meet.
Maybe your mission statement should be around smiles. Yeah.
There you go. Oh, there you go. I
Like-
like that. We learn a lot.
Yeah. Impacting a million lives.
You know what I love about my job is that, or my business, I should say,
Yeah.
is that I come across a lot of different people. I'm pretty sure just like yourself, you gotta to get any job, you gotta talk to people, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I got to meet the former CEO of Yahoo.
Yeah.
Tim. What's his name? Tim. I did have his last name. But he was the former CEO of Yahoo, and he's like, "You don't know who I am?" I was like, "No." Well, I took Yahoo from 0 to 1 million or 1 billion, and 96 to I forgot what.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy! I grew up around Yahoo, man. I don't know who you are. It's like that's sad. But the people that I meet, man, it's amazing because I'm able to have these conversations.
Yeah.
With them and learn about their experience, their growth. And one of the things I asked the people is, what was the biggest struggle, and how did you overcome it, and what was the lesson that came out of it? Because we all talk about success, right? We all talk about I got this, I got that,
Yep.
here it is, but nobody ever talks about what the struggle was to make sure that, or what was the struggle that got us to point in the right direction,
Right.
Because it's not always good. It's when it's bad, man, that we learn more about ourselves and where we're going than when
you're
things are good.
reflecting. Yeah.
Mhm.
100%. So, any ending remarks? Any ending business insights you want to throw out there?
All I can tell you, man, if anybody's watching this, and I'm gonna repeat it from the colleague that said it in my podcast, is there is no point on us sitting here and bringing all this value, and then you going back and not applying it and taking action.
Yeah.
We did our part. Now go do yours.
Yeah.
So
So basically, take massive action, but take the right action. So I'm just gonna say a quick story. I heard this story that there was this guys with machetes cutting fucking just on the jungle. They were trying to go outside the jungle, and there was this one guy that went up to a tree, and he all of a sudden said, "Hey!" And then everybody was like, "What the hell? What's going on? You're going the wrong way. It's literally 2 meters away, but this way. So just go the right direction, take the right action."
there you
Right?
go. I
So
like that.
yeah, I like it. Take action.
Definitely. That's all it is, man. Take action and just start.
Yeah.
Just start. Once you get started, you figure everything out. Don't
Yeah.
worry about anything other than just start. Honestly.
Yeah.
And again, man, thank you for having me here.
You're welcome.
It was unexpected, but definitely an honor to be here and learn from you. I appreciate everything, man. I really do.
Do you have any social media platforms they can follow you?
You can follow me at the Jonathan Solis, the _Jonathan _Solis. And then we have the Guerreros Podcast, which I believe is Guerreros Podcast.
Yeah, we'll throw it on.
We'll throw it on
a link.
there.
Yeah,
And but yeah, man, it's just like your Limitless CEO podcast. Our podcast is also bringing a lot of value. Our first episode is going to launch on the 8th, on the 12th at 8 p.m. So stay tuned and let's make it happen, man. Let's do big stuff.
So guys, please follow. Thank you for tuning in. The Limitless CEO Podcast.
Let's go.
Please subscribe. Peace out.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, man.
Thank you. It was a